Opposition is one of the trickiest endgame lessons that I can think of. Opposition is usually where you only have one pawn left. And you might think, oh, push the pawn. But now this endgame is a draw. How? Because black will move. Black needs to blockade the pawn. And black can go diagonally back, it doesn't matter. But in this very position, it does matter. Black has to go straight backward. If the king moves here, king here, the king moves here. If it was white's turn, white would have to put the king on e6, and it would be stalemate. But the king is black's turn, so the king has to move to f7, and the king d7, and once the king moves, we can make a queen. And if you already don't know a king queen checkmate, I'll just show it to you because I don't have a video of it yet. You want to get your king queen in a nice jump away from the king. So go here, then you're 1-2 turn away from the king. He'll have to keep following you. And pump the brakes. Don't play queen to g3 because then that would be stalemate. Instead, now move your king closer. The king can only go back and forth. And you'll get into a position like this and just play queen to g2. Checkmate. But if we go all the way back, you can hold down the reset button. It's kind of fun. So, sorry, I think I went back too far. To this position, black has to go straight back. Because now, if you go one way, he'll follow you. If he goes this way, do not put your pawn. Same stalemate problem. By the way, if you move your king away, this is a draw by insufficient checkmate material. So move your king here instead, and when the king moves over, so the king's gonna have to follow you here, and you can push the pawn. But if the king moves to e8, then it's stalemate. So what exactly is opposition? Well, we know that pushing the pawn is probably not gonna work. We put the king in front of the pawn. This is called opposition. It's where the two kings face each other. So let's make it. Sorry, that's probably. If the king just goes backward like that, you just keep following him. But the king will pick one way, you go the other. If the king comes here, go to e3. Don't go to e4, because now when the king moves here, your king cannot use the e4 square. So when you go to e3, then your king can get back to e4. If the king just keeps going back, you can continue pushing. You don't push your pawn, actually, just go there. But once your king eyes your pawn, go back to opposition. This time the king will move to the right, and you can repeat this process. By the way, if the king just goes back right away, you get the opposition here, and this actually is not bad at all, because actually here you're going to want to go back. And this is actually called the perfect position. Even though it is white's turn to move, white can move here and here, and the king cannot go backward. The king has to move back to e8. Wow, if he goes here, we just promote the pawn. So the king has to go here, push, and it's black's turn, so it's okay. So opposition is really based on turns, basically. It really happens a lot in the endgame. But let's go all the way back. This is not an analysis board, but let's say it was white's turn here. So I'm going to move the king here, king here, king here, king back, and now king here. Now it is white's turn, so the king's going to move, black's going to follow him. If you start walking away too much, you're actually going to end up losing your pawn, and you get into the same position. So say here you return, the king returns, and if you push the pawn, this position, if the king were here, the pawn were here, okay, I'll just do everything. Get to a position, say we're almost there, say this one, the king has to blockade, and then king there is actually just stalemate. So opposition is one of the trickiest endgame practices that I can think about, and if you figure it out, you'll be, as I always say.